Hello students, in this video we will discuss the reactivity of halogens. We know halogens are the most reactive elements of the periodic table. We will discuss the reason behind the reactivity of halogens here. So what are the reason of high reactivity? There are two reasons: the low dissociation energy of halogen and very high electron affinity of halogens. So what is a dissociation energy means? Dissociation energy is the amount of energy that is required to break bonds in a given molecule. So if we compare the bond dissociation energy of halogen with other molecules like hydrogen, nitrogen and oxygen, halogens molecule have very low bond dissociation energy, so they dissociate very easily, so they react with other elements readily. That's why they have high reactivity. The reason for low dissociation energy is maybe it may be due to the reason that the halogen molecule have in halogens, each halogen atom has 3 lone pair of electron. So there may be greater lone pair repulsion between these two atoms, resulting in the low bond dissociation energy. Due to these repulsions, the X atom will repel each other. As a result, this bond is under tension, so it breaks easily. If we discuss the bond dissociation energy among the halogens F2, Cl2, Br2 and I2, if we discuss among the halogen elements, the bond dissociation energy decreases down the group. And the reason is, on moving down the group, the size of halogen atom is increasing due to increase in size. For example, iodine has larger size. As a result, the bond length I bond length is very large. As a result, the bond strength is very low. The bond will break easily. Means I2 has very low bond dissociation energy. But here is an exception. If we discuss it on the basis of size, I2 should have very low ionization energy, but in actual F2 has very low bond dissociation energy. And the reason for very low bond dissociation energy of F2 is the size. F atom is smallest in size among the halogen. As a result of small size, the lone pair repulsion between two F atom will be greatest in case of fluorine molecule as compared to other molecule. Due to greater force of repulsion between these two atoms, they will repel each other, resulting in the breakage of bond. So on the whole, F2 has very low bond dissociation energy, and further the bond dissociation energy decreases down the group. So the other reason for high reactivity is the electron affinity. The valence electronic configuration of halogen is ns2 and p5. They are short of only one electron than the nearest noble gas configuration. It means जो halogens हैं, they have very strong tendency to accept an electron. That's why they have very high negative electron affinity, right? So they are attracting an electron, which means they are undergoing reduction. Halogen molecule in this reaction, halogen molecule is accepting an electron, which means it is undergoing reduction. Means halogen can act as ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट. ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट्स वो होते हैं जिनकी खुद की रिडक्शन होती है. जैसे इस रिएक्शन में हैलोजन की खुद की रिडक्शन हो रही है, बट दे कॉज ऑक्सीडेशन ऑफ अदर एलिमेंट्स. सो रिएक्टिविटी ऑफ हैलोजेंस कैन ऑल्सो बी अंडरस्टूड in terms of their oxidizing power or oxidizing character. So before discussing their reactivity or oxidizing power, we will discuss why fluorine is the most reactive of all the halogen, or the anomalous behavior of halogen. So halogen anomalous behavior of fluorine. Among the halogen, fluorine atom has very small size, and due to very small size, it has very high electronegativity. हाई इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी होने के कारण जो फ्लोरीन है, इट कैन अट्रैक्ट द शेयर्ड पेयर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन टुवर्ड इटसेल्फ up to a maximum extent. Also, unlike other halogen elements, fluorine does not have any vacant d orbital in its valence shell. It means due to these three reasons, the fluorine will show unusual reactivity as compared to other halogen molecules. Right? So, the unusual reactivity of fluorine or the unusual behavior of fluorine is explained as like in its oxidation state. Other element of halogens can show an oxidation state of +1, -1, +3, +5 and +7. But fluorine is most electronegative. It can only gain electron. It has little tendency to share electron, but it can only gain electron. So it can show only a -1 oxidation state. As we discussed earlier, the bond dissociation energy decreases down the group, but fluorine, due to its smallest size among the halogen, will feel greater repulsion between these non-bonding electron. So इस रीज़न के कारण जो फ्लोरीन मॉलिक्यूल है, इसकी जो बॉन्ड डिसोसिएशन एनर्जी है, दैट इज़ very very low among all the halogen. This is the reason that F2 molecule break easily, so it is highly reactive. So oxidizing power. Oxidizing power means the tendency to oxidize other element or the tendency to gain electron. So F is the strongest oxidizing agent among halogen. So let us discuss why fluorine is the strongest oxidizing agent. So जो ऑक्सीडेशन है, ऑक्सीडाइजिंग पावर है, दैट डिपेंड्स अपॉन द टेंडेंसी टू गेन इलेक्ट्रॉन. सिंस वी नो chlorine has highest negative electron gain enthalpy. We have discussed it in the previous video that why Cl has highest gain enthalpy as compared to fluorine. The reason was the smaller size of F. But instead of low negative electron gain enthalpy, F is the strongest oxidizing agent. So we can discuss or we can explain this unusual oxidizing behavior of fluorine by taking the help of Born-Haber cycle. जो ऑक्सीडाइजिंग पावर है हैलोजेंस की, that is a property in solutions, right? So here I have written the reaction showing oxidizing character of halogens. Halogens that may be in solid, liquid or gaseous state. We know fluorine fluorine and chlorine exist in gaseous state. Iodine is solid and bromine is exist in liquid state. So here I have written the oxidizing behavior of halogen, right? So this reaction occur in 3 steps basically. In the very first step, the halogen molecule undergo dissociation, right? So the energy released in this process, the energy is required to dissociate a molecule into atoms. The energy is called enthalpy of dissociation or energy of dissociation. As we already discussed, the dissociation energy for F2 is the lowest. This dissociation enthalpy for F2 is very low because of very weak FF bond. So in the next step, the dissociated atom, the atom formed after dissociation of molecule will take an electron to form anion. The energy in this process, the energy is released, and we know electron gain enthalpy. The energy released means electron gain enthalpy of fluorine is less negative, and for chlorine it is more negative. This reaction is favorable for showing oxidizing behavior, and because it is less negative in case of fluorine, so this reaction is we can say कम एनर्जी रिलीज हो रही है, इट मीन्स दिस रिएक्शन इज लेस फेवरेबल for fluorine, right? So in the next step, the neutral gaseous atom, the anion formed after taking an electron will go into aqueous state. So here the energy is released in going from gaseous state to aqueous state. The energy released is called enthalpy of hydration, and this enthalpy of hydration is very high, or we can say largest, in case of F negative ion due to its small size, as compared to Cl negative, Br negative and I negative. F negative, this reaction, in this reaction the enthalpy of hydration, that is the energy released on hydration, is maximum for F negative ion, right? So the whole reaction I have written here, and the overall enthalpy of this reaction delta H, it determine the oxidizing power, right? So this behavior, the oxidizing behavior, is shown as this reaction, and it consists of sub 3 steps, and the overall we can say the overall oxidizing reaction, the oxidizing power depends upon these 3 sub steps, which involve dissociation, electron affinity and heat of hydration. So if we discuss about fluorine, fluorine has very low dissociation, low negative but very high heat of hydration, and this is the hydration energy. This very large hydration energy compensate for the low negative electron gain enthalpy of fluorine as compared to chlorine, bromine and iodine. Means due to very high electron due to very high heat of hydration, that is the energy released, it overweighs the smaller energy released in step 2. Step 2 was the electron gain enthalpy. So this means F is the strongest oxidizing agent. So the reasons are: F2 has low enthalpy of dissociation, F2 has very large enthalpy of hydration. This very large heat of hydration is due to the smaller size of F negative ion, and this is the energy, that is the enthalpy of hydration is the energy which is responsible for the greater oxidizing behavior of fluorine. So delta H overall means the reaction which delta H means that consists of the further 3 sub steps. This delta H will determine the oxidizing power. So this delta H comes out to be more negative for F than Cl, right? So if we discuss about bromine and iodine, bromine exists in aqueous solution and iodine exists as a solid. So bromine involve heat of fusion also, and iodine involve heat of sublimation and fusion also. Irrespective of these heat of fusion, heat of sublimation, the delta H, overall delta H, comes out to be less negative for bromine and iodine, and for chlorine it is already less negative. So on the whole, delta H overall for fluorine comes out to be most negative than that of Cl, Br and I. It means F जो फ्लोरीन है दैट इज स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट, एंड दिस डाटा जो F जो है सबसे स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट आ रहा है, ये डाटा इलेक्ट्रोड पोटेंशियल के साथ भी मैच करता है, बिकॉज इलेक्ट्रोड पोटेंशियल जो फ्लोरीन का है दैट इज़ हाईएस्ट 2.87 as compared to iodine which is only 0.56, which means electrode potential data also suggest that fluorine is most oxidizing as compared to other elements. All right.